So we're going to solve for AB. So here's A that's asking for A to B. Do you see how I'm talking about this side? Because it says A and B. So you're going to put an X here. So then the first thing I do is I label the hypotenuse. So the hypotenuse is across from 90. What letter did I make hypotenuse? Okay, hypotenuse is across from 90. So here's the box. Everyone see the box? It's across from 90, so then I write the word hypotenuse. That's my... Do I have what? No. But I have some napkins over there by the printer. You can use those. Then after I label the hypotenuse, what color do I use for opposite? Opposite. Now, here's the one. I don't want to say it's tricky, but I hope it's not tricky. This is a part people mess up on. Do you see the 50? Everyone see the 50? Please circle the 50. That's the acute angle because it's less than 90. So I have to label the opposite. I'm not trying to be rude, but opposite means the one opposite of it. So I hope it is kind of clear to you which one that one is. It's not going to be this one. This is 50. This is the angle 50. So the one across from it is this. The one opposite from it is this. So I write the word opposite here. Does everyone see how I got the opposite? It's across from it. This is the angle 50. The only one across from 50 is this side. So the last one left over, and I guess this one will be a blue, is the adjacent. The one next to 50, the one that's not the hypotenuse. So this side right here is adjacent. That's adjacent. All right. So what you're going to write down is I am looking for. I'm looking for. So the one that has the number is the one that you have. That means you have that side length. So look, where do you see a number on the outside, not the number inside. We're talking about a side length. So where's the number here? Do you see where it's at? What number?
10.
Not 50. 50 is inside. 50 does not count as a side. It'd be 10. So what is the side called, though? Exactly. It's called the adjacent. So you have the adjacent, and you're looking for, that's the one that has the X. That's the one that has the X. So, Emily, which one has the X?
Which one? What?
What's the side called that has the X?
Hypotenuse?
Yeah, there's the X. That side is the hypotenuse. So you write hypotenuse. It won't always be that the opposite goes here. It won't always be the adjacent goes here. It depends on where your acute angle's at. So adjacent, hypotenuse. So over here, which one has adjacent hypotenuse? Which one of the trig ratios? Sine, cosine, or tangent? Cosine has adjacent hypotenuse. Now, this order does not change. That is the order. The other order could be different. So I'm going to write down cosine of the angle, the acute angle, is adjacent over hypotenuse. Ezekiel, how can I help? I'm recording, just a heads up, but it's asking for the vertex, so the star. Can you point it out, and then let me get them started with this part, and then I'll tell you from there. Okay, the cosine, what goes in the parentheses is the angle. What goes inside the parentheses is the angle that you circle inside. So what's the angle that you circled inside? 50. I circled the 50, so that's what goes there. Alright, so then it's going to be adjacent over hypotenuse. So in this problem, the adjacent, do you see how I labeled the adjacent? That's why you label adjacent is
10.
So then I put 10 over the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is here. What's the hypotenuse?
X.
You put X. So then you have to solve for X. So remember, I gave you a shortcut. If X is down, D for down, so you D for divide. You're going to divide 10 divided by cosine of 50 degrees. And you're going to put this in the calculator. You're going to put this in the calculator. So grab a calculator, come back. Yeah, so what's the x? The x?
6,
Comma 10. Alright, so you're going to put this in the calculator. Yeah. We're going to start that today. We haven't done it. Yeah.
Well, I finished all my Excel to make,
The puzzles? Okay, perfect.
when I was small.
Okay. The ones for last week or this week?
This week. I already finished all of them.
Quadratics and factoring? Okay, perfect. So just finish the Excel. That's the only thing you can do right now to bring up your grade.
Yeah.
No veo.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, 6th period, I think. Alright, so you're going to, you found where they're at? Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so then you're going to go to, you're going to type in 10 divided by cosine. Here's how you get the cosine, the sine, the trig, the inverse. Yes?
Mine is different, it's like 1.1 and yours is 1.
How is it different? I just put 10. You just put, oh, that doesn't matter. Alright, that just means I have more documents open. Alright, so to get the sine, cosine, next to 7 is a word trig. That's what we're doing. We're doing trig. Press that button and you're going to get all of these ratios. Okay? We're using cosine, so you press cosine, C-O-S, and then inside you're going to put 50. You have to put the degrees, because otherwise your calculator is set on radians. So here's how you put the degrees, otherwise you're going to get it wrong. Here's how you put the degrees. You press control, and then you press the open book. 9, right there's an open book, a little book. Press control, open book, and then it's going to give you lots of options. The one on the first row, last column, that's degrees. Okay, press enter, and that's what you should get for that side. That's what x is equal to.